When looking for the king of podcasts, you're at the wrong channel.
Well, excuse me!
Looking for good ideas for life? You're far from good hands.
Hey, bud, what's your problem?
If you think the listener is always right, you're far from the right place.
Out of order! Even in the future, nothing works!
Hosted by a Northeasterner by birth, but a rebel by choice.
Are you threatening me?
If you want a host that floats between love and madness,
and we know the night is always gonna be here anyway. Thinking of you's working up my appetite. Looking forward to a little afternoon delight.
then play on and listen to Crazy Train Radio.
All right, guys, listen to this blues riff and B. Watch me for the changes and try and keep up, okay?
Within the gaming world, there are your general gamers, but then there are those that enjoy the dark underbelly of gaming. If you're one of those that enjoy the dark underbelly of gaming, we certainly got the place to send you. Scorpion Lair Games. That's right, Scorpion Lair Games is the creators of the true crime hit Killers, the card game. Let's not forget they also have Killers Clothing Company, their profiler game, and things like the 5-Minute Murder channel on YouTube. And we certainly can't forget the new book that is certainly a hit, Beyond the Headliners, True Crimes, Myths, and Legends. Make sure you visit Jeff and the Scorpion Lair Games on Facebook and everywhere today. Also want to give a quick thank you to our friends over at Ultra Pro, who is the leading manufacturer and supplier of sports, comics, and memorabilia storage. Whether it be card cases, sleeves, top loaders, or travel gear, you name it. We are also going to be working with Ultra Pro in the next few months to do some special giveaway packages for the holiday season coming up in a few months, so stay tuned. Make sure you check them out at ultrapro.com.
Hi, I'm Antonella Rose. Go listen to Crazy Train Radio.
Hey folks, it's your least favorite host in the podcast world, Croc, Jonathan Steele. And boy, do we have a good one for you today. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, this next guest is part of a fascinating and such a successful movie that's part of a franchise, but most horror fans are not surprised with the success of Terrifier 3. But this next guest is one of the brand new characters, and her character is Gabbie, who is the cousin of the Shaws, both Sienna and Jonathan, and she is so key to the story of the movie. So let's go ahead and welcome Miss Antonella Rose, who plays Miss Gabbie in Terrifier 3. Miss Gabbie, Miss Antonella Rose, how are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much for asking. Thank you for taking the time to talk with me today.
Absolutely, and congratulations on your part with the success of part 3 so far, because it's been wildly successful.
Thank you so much. Just watching how much this movie is blowing up everywhere is so insane to me, and I'm so proud.
And you know, it's funny, and you're no stranger to popular series, because like I said, you had have a connection with Fear the Walking Dead, which is a popular AMC series based off Walking Dead, etc. I don't have to tell nobody. But between the two, obviously you've done the TV series, like I just said, playing Tracy Otto. But what has this fan support and success so far differed from Walking Dead?
Well, first, I definitely haven't expected this much. How do I say? There is a lot of people who just really love Gabbie, which makes me so happy, and I could have never expected this many people. It's really cool though. Just seeing all of these videos that people make of me, it's like warming my heart.
You know, it's funny as I sit here, and I'll be honest, I ended up going back and seeing it again in a theater yesterday, which makes twice for me.
Oh.
Because the first time I saw it, I kind of was like, I wasn't sure what to think because I saw it on opening night. Being as I've seen the first two and all the publicity and hubbub and everything else. And I had mixed feelings about things. But then, like I said, I wanted to knew I was going to talk to you. And by the way, I was told to tell you and your mom, I don't know if she's within earshot, hello, Queen, from Olga. I actually had a chance to chat with her earlier this afternoon.
Oh, wow.
When I mentioned your name, she said, oh, tell her hi, Queen, and she'll know exactly what you mean. So
I do. That just like brought back so many memories to me.
Well, yeah, don't shoot the messenger. That's what she said when I mentioned your name earlier. So anyway, I went back and watched it again yesterday to see if my gut instinct felt different and all, and which it did, because yes, it's a gory project and everything else, but there's more storytelling, I guess, with this, because it's known out there that there's going to be a part 4, whether it's 4 or 5, to put a bow on this storyline and such. Whether that happens, it's another thing. But what did you think about reading this and diving into this series as a horror fan that you are?
Well, I've gotten this mixed up before, but before I had seen a few clips of it here and there, so I had already known somewhat what I was getting myself into, but I hadn't actually fully watched one of the movies until after. So when I first read the script, like as soon as I got it, I sat down and I read it, and I was like, wow, this is insane. It was so cool. And I just kept thinking, how are they gonna bring this to life? So when I first saw it at the premiere in New York City, I was like, wow, this is just like they said it would be. It's amazing.
So let me guess, was it you that booked the helicopter for Chris Jericho to come into Times Square there?
Get to the chopper!
I've heard about that.
Oh, you don't know the whole story with that?
No, I just heard something about there was a lot of traffic and he ended up
Yeah.
getting into a helicopter. I saw a photo.
Yeah. He yeah, apparently he was off a couple days with his band Fozzy. And obviously he said, yeah, I'm in to come to the premiere and stuff. But also because there was like a 2 day gap between shows with the band. And then he booked something hockey related to host a panel in Atlanta. And there was problems with his flight flying from Atlanta to New York with travel delays. And somebody got him a chopper to come from Teterboro to Times Square.
OMG. Well, now that I know the full story, that's even cooler.
Yeah. Chris laughs about it, and he wasn't trying to big dog it or anything like that, but it is what it is. So you mentioned about seeing clips and all that kind of thing. So what kind of research did you put into in terms of what they wanted you to do in Gabbie? And because Gabbie's obviously a new character within the series.
Whenever I'm just researching a role, I always really dive deep into it and I just throw myself into the research. So first I'll look if there's any existing films or even a book series that just really helps me imagine what the sort of feel and vibe of it is like to know what I'm gonna be getting myself into. And then after that, if I do find anything, then I'll start working on the character. And normally they'll have descriptions that say something like, "Oh, this character is curious," and something like that. And I'll really do my reading and fully immerse myself into the character and help bring the character to life.
Nice. So, it's funny, and I haven't had a chance to talk to her in a few months, but Lauren Lavera speaks highly of you. Obviously, like I said, Olga, as soon as I mentioned your name, she said, "Oh, Antonella and her mother are the best." She had raving reviews. I sent a text to Phil Falcone last night and said, "Hey, not having a vibe on you and such." I said, "Hey, how is, Antonella?" And, I'd like to get a vibe on the people I'm going to have on. And he goes, "That kid is excellent. You'll love her a whole bit." So everybody I've asked who's
Wow.
had contact with you in some way said, what a good person you are so far.
I've just been trying my best to make everybody proud, and I'm so glad that I did.
Well, everybody, like I said, I've spoken to has nothing but great things to say about you. But what did you think of the Christmas theme? And there's some other themes sprinkled in throughout the movie.
Well, I filmed Terrifier 3 like earlier this year in March. So the year before I'd filmed another Christmas movie, which is coming out next month, November
With Danny
9th.
DeVito and stuff, right?
Danny DeVito, yeah. So I wasn't a stranger to the Christmas theme either. But as soon as I figured out that Terrifier would have this Christmas theme for part 3, I was so amazed by it because I had never seen Terrifier with this sort of I don't know how to explain it, but there's this scene. I don't want to spoil it for people who haven't seen it because it hasn't come out in all countries yet. But it's just Art the Clown making a snow angel in blood. And it's this whole Christmas
After the famous shower scene, we can say that.
And it's just this whole Christmas scene that makes it so funny, and it's really unique. And it brings
It's funny.
storyline.
Yeah, I'll put it this way with what she's describing. It fits Art, the character, but it's, and I was saying this to Olga earlier about David, and we'll get to him in a second, your opinions, but it was, David is so the complete opposite of what Art is, which makes it kind of that much more entertaining knowing the person behind the character and having dealt with him. And like I said, for people who may not have heard some of the other stuff or the episode with Dave, he's a history teacher. I was a history degree.
Yeah.
You know, he taught. I didn't. I don't have patience to
You
teach.
know, one day on set, I was doing school because
Okay.
for child actors, we have to do like a certain amount of hours of school every day.
Yeah.
And it was during lunchtime, and we were talking, and he just gave me the coolest history lesson. We were just talking about like cool history things because I'm a huge history junkie.
He's
And
the
he
guy to
kept
talk to.
He used to be a history teacher.
Yes.
It was so cool to learn about his past and know that he hasn't. But as Art the Clown, he is an amazing actor.
Yeah.
All of his facial expressions, they're just so amazing. He's
I'll put
amazing.
it this way. I was at a convention last year with him, and we were just kind of shooting the BS and all that stuff. And I said, I threw out, because like I said, I have a history background. He has the history degree and taught and all that. And I said, I threw something out like an oddball that unless you study history, you would get. And we're in the middle of this convention floor going back and forth on this topic, and people are like, huh? Looking at us like, wait, we're at a horror show, and these two knuckleheads are talking history, like
Numbskull!
but working with Dave, what was that like for you? Like you said, there was a cool little school moment there during your tutoring and stuff, but overall, what was your thoughts on working with David?
David, he's incredible, and he's so nice and sweet out of the mask.
Mm-hmm.
There were some scenes in the ending, and like exactly after we finished filming them, he would always come up to me and be like, "Oh my gosh, I am so sorry. Are you okay? Did I mentally traumatize you for life?"
That's David.
And he's just so sweet, and that's what makes this whole experience extra special for me, which is how caring he is. And
It's fun.
yeah.
It's funny because Lauren, like I said, I haven't talked to her in a few months, but she's a Philly girl as well. Well, I'm not a Philly girl, but whatever. You get the drift. But it's funny. She has said, I've seen when put my notes together and everything for today to talk to you, that she had the same thoughts on certain parts of the filming, like the fight scene and towards the end of the movie and everything, and going, oh my, like it clicked when she hit cut, they call cut or whatever the case was. It's like, oh my God, is she traumatized? Hey, Antonella, now, oh yeah, you go back and talk about whatever you were talking before you started the scene, or what I mean, like they're like, she is so wise behind her years, it's scary when talking about you. So
That's so sweet.
David, yeah, she's the sweetest, but I wouldn't mess with her. She is such a complete baddie if you mess with her martial arts background and stuff. So do not mess with Lauren.
Oh yeah.
But there was a scene David talks about that obviously made him a little nervous. There might have been with rats and different things like that towards that fight scene. And it doesn't surprise me, Damien messing with him. But obviously, you're a horror fan. You've dealt with Walking Dead and different types of projects that have different themes like this. Was there anything that made you a little nervous about performing with?
I expected when I was reading the script, I expected that there were going to be some things, but so far, just after meeting everybody who makes all of the cool blood and prosthetics and meeting the actors, it just makes everything so much easier for me. But I mean, let's see. We still have yet to see if there's going to be anything crazier. But about the rats too, I heard that someone may or may not have gotten peed on.
That's all right. What are you gonna, what,
I don't know. I just
what,
heard.
yeah. Well, there was somebody in the movie that may have happened to, but I don't think it was a rat. But oh boy. So obviously, you mentioned a sudden case of Christmas with Danny DeVito. He's a Jersey guy working with DeVito, another legend in the acting world. So, what was it like doing a project with him?
Every day on set with him was like a whole master class of acting and improv. He is incredible, and I learned so much with him. Um, and he has always been really kind to me. There are so many cool behind the scenes moments that I can think about. There's even this one time where he was teaching me how to play a song on the piano. I might even be able to still play it now, with muscle memory and everything, but I think the director, Peter of A Sudden Case of Christmas, he might have even snapped a photo of it. I think I have it posted somewhere. It's the sweetest moment.
Nice. Do you have any funny behind the scenes with Terrifier 3 that you can tell?
Hmm. There are. It's hard to think of some because most of the time behind the scenes, I'm just doing school really, but
Okay.
oh, I have
That
one.
makes sense.
I have
Okay.
one. There is this one scene during the ending. Once again, I don't want to spoil because a lot of countries haven't seen it yet. So if
Totally get
you
it.
haven't seen it, skip ahead. But when Gabbie is falling through the floor, the whole day when we were gonna film it, everybody was like, Antonella, are you afraid to like go into in your harness and everything and do your son? And I was like, girl, no, I'm so excited. And I was like hyping myself up like minutes before I went in, and then I went in to go film the scene. I got into a harness, and it was super scary and super creepy because as soon as I got out, I couldn't remember anything that happened in there after filming. It just completely blacked out and turned into a completely different person. And I asked my mom, I was like, "Did you film that or something?" Because I don't even know what I really did in there. And she was like, "I was so scared for you. I just filmed the floor." But it was super creepy yet so cool to think about nowadays.
Yeah, exactly. It's funny. You remind me a lot of Amelie McLean, Little Pale Girl, just personality wise.
Wow.
Yeah, just there's a certain aura and all about you. Have you ever had a chance to, because I know she wasn't with three, have you had a chance to talk to Amelie?
No, I haven't gotten a chance to meet her yet. I really hope I can.
I'm going to try to make that happen as soon as we get off this, because I'll send your mom her contact information, her and her mother. I think you
I've
two
heard
would
so many
gel.
good things about her.
Yeah, you'll like her, but I'll send your mom Daisy, and thank you for putting this together, Daisy. But I will
Yeah,
put
thank you
together.
so much. Thank you so
Yeah,
much. Is your math
I will
okay?
put you guys together. That way you can talk to Amelie and her mom, Jennifer. So,
Great. Oh, I like your background.
oh, thank you. Those books are just for show. I don't actually read them.
You're
No.
good.
Yeah. But final question for you, Antonella. So obviously, storyline wise, there's going to be a part 4, and would think obviously the way the cliffhanger and all left, you're going to be involved with that. But what else do you have going on with the acting world?
Well, other than the Christmas movie that's coming out next month, I do have something very exciting. I can't really talk about yet because it's pretty relatively new, but
Oh, that makes sense, then.
I have some things going on.
Nice. And not that people will see this, and it's probably inside baseball enough, but I'm looking at your chain you're wearing today, and you got the a paperclip with that. Is that
It's
part of the design, or is that something you added to it?
No, this is a Vivienne Westwood necklace. It's one of my favorite designers. She's one of my favorite designers. I think I even wore this necklace to the Terrifier 3 premiere in New York City. It's one of my favorites now.
Nice.
But no, it's attached. I tried to take it out to see if it just not that I wanted to take it out because it has another model without it. It's just I was curious.
Nice.
I think it's fake, like a fake paperclip.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure if that was real or not, what this deal was with that. But Antonella Rose, thank you so much for taking a few minutes and chat with me.
Thank you so much for inviting me here today. It's such
Absolutely. Absolutely. Keep in touch, you and your mom, and I'm hoping we can see you again down the road or at a convention or something going on.
I hope to meet you in person sometime.
Let's make it happen when we're at a convention together. You and your mom. Be great to meet you guys.
Yeah, that's it.
Hey.
Hey there, Friday fans. We know how much you enjoy the movies. Enjoy grabbing your Friday merchandise and interacting with the Friday family, whether it be at conventions or during our particular watch-alongs. Well, when you're looking to get yourself masks, why not check out our friends over at Camp Blood Customs out of New York State and order your specific custom mask from any of the films. All orders are made specifically. Your needs and wants are. Make sure you find Camp Blood Customs on Facebook, Instagram, and all over social media and order yours today.
Hi, my name's Amelie McLean. I play the little pale girl in Terrifier 2, and you're listening to Crazy Train Radio.